look, basically everything I know about Jewish ethics and how I was raised is the opposite of what Netanyahu's doing. So I don't regard what Israel is doing as having anything to do with Judaism. It has to do with extreme nationalism. Zionism is not Judaism. Zionism is a nationalist ideology. And Netanyahu is not just a Zionist. He is a vulgar, violent, extremist nationalist. I know he's coming here for a visit. To my mind, he is a danger for the whole world. That's the fact. So I don't regard this as having anything to do with Judaism.
What do you think it's his target in Gaza, to eradicate the Gaza?
Well, he said it. Yeah, they said it the first day.
It's this plan of President Trump to turn it into...
I don't think that's necessarily real, though it's crazy to have said it. But Netanyahu is very clear. His whole life has been based on one idea, that there will never be a state of Palestine. That's his whole politics from beginning to end. And in 1996, when he came to office as prime minister for the first time, he and his American team concocted something that they called the clean break strategy. And this, again, like many such things, such as Brzezinski's book, explain the strategy straightforwardly. The strategy of clean break is we will never have a state of Palestine, and to ensure that, if any country in our region supports the Palestinians, we will overthrow that government, especially if they support a Palestinian armed resistance. So this is where many of the wars in this region have come from. They've come from the partnership of the U.S. neoconservatives and Netanyahu's extremist nationalists. And this is, for example, the Iraq War was heavily promoted by Netanyahu. The war in Syria was promoted by Netanyahu. Why? Because Assad was too close to Iran in this neocon extreme Zionist view. So Assad had to be overthrown. And this was a CIA operation, Operation Timber Sycamore, launched by Obama. It led to hundreds of thousands of deaths and to the current situation in Syria. This is my understanding based on, of course, 30 years of intensive engagement in these issues. And so I regard Netanyahu as properly under indictment for war crimes and crimes against humanity. This is very straightforward. The idea that any of this remotely has to do with Judaism, to my mind, is both wrong, a little bit bizarre, but of course part of Netanyahu's propaganda, because he wants it to be seen that way, so that if anyone attacks him, he says, oh, that's anti-Semitism. This is, again, another narrative game. This is not substance.